Would you like a part of my plan for you to kind of bang the pitch harder on the shorter line? Or is it just that the pitch was flat by the time you came, so you had to pull the pitch back?
No, I think if I look at the first innings, I was a little too short than where I wanted to be. Definitely 6 to 8 is ideal. Yeah, that's what I would say. I think second innings it got slightly better, but because again the wicket was slightly slower, I had to pitch a few slightly behind 8 and then go slightly fuller when I'm trying to get a wicket. So yeah, I definitely did not bowl the lengths that I wanted to.
Is it just being wary of not floating it up there, or is it just an execution issue?
Yeah, I think so. Not wanting to float it up there is definitely one of the reasons, and also it honestly took me some time to get used to the slope that side. Yeah, no reasons, but I should be able to do it as a professional. But I take complete responsibility about it, and then maybe do it better next time.
Prasid, as we all know that in this series, Bumrah will play only two of the remaining 4 test matches. So as a bowling unit, how challenging it will be for you guys when Jasprit will not be there in the event?
What the culture that we guys have created is we are learning off each other no matter who's there, who's around, and with Booms around, he's been talking to all of us all through, even before coming here, or at least for me, I've been part of this team for a few years now, so the conversations are still going on. One thing you cannot get is experience, that you have to do it yourself. And yeah, I think all of us are excited. If you look at the team, everybody is here. Siraj has played a lot of games. He's going to continue playing, and then whoever comes in or whatever happens later, it's a great experience and it's an opportunity. That's the way we look at it.
This is how's the atmosphere in the dressing room? Because we saw that during the last session as well, we were there in the game, miracles could happen in cricket, but eventually the results didn't go in our favor. So what's going on in the dressing room or playing together?
Yeah, dressing room still nice and happy and very, very motivated. Like I said, we came here knowing what this opportunity meant for all of us, and even in the game today, we might have looked quiet at some stages, but I think we still had a plan. We wanted to do something, and we went about doing it, and we got 2 wickets in a cluster twice. So that still kept the motivation going. And then you know, as a bowling unit, when something's happening, we still ended up taking the new ball. They needed about 20 runs with the same hope of something's going to happen. So we are still there, believing. We made sure till the last run is scored, we are still out there and making sure they work hard for it.
2 tests in South Africa, 1 in Australia and 1 in England. Are you sort of concerned at all about the economy at which you're going, and what can you do to be more consistent in terms of carrying that back?
Yeah, definitely. I had a few conversations with a few of them about what this game particularly went by. I definitely would want to bring that down to whatever best I can do, and yeah, I think I'm learning as well. Well, I can't say anything. It's up to me. It's my responsibility to get better, and that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm working on, and I just want to make sure I put in the right kind of work and come back here and put up better numbers.
Can you talk about Shubham's captaincy? You played under him in IPL also, now here in the first test. Can you talk about how he managed all of you? What were the communications? Can you talk about a bit about his captaincy? And then the second part is how frustrated you guys are. How much anger was there that you can't score the last 3-4 bowlers who went there but not able to score, and the other team scored a lot of runs as far as their last 7, 8, 9, 10.
About Shubman, yeah, I think he did a pretty good job. All of us saw how he rotated the bowlers, made sure everybody had enough breaks, brought in people at the right kind of spells. He saw opportunities and brought in the right kind of bowlers. All of that was great, and knowing him, he set a very good atmosphere around. He's been speaking to all of us. We always go in with a plan, and the communication is happening there. And what was the next question about? As the lower order batsmen, we definitely are working on. If you look at our net sessions, we are putting in the work. I think it is about putting your mind in there as well, making sure you trust yourself, trust the skill that you have, and be there at the crease for a little longer, and then the numbers and the runs are going to show, and then we are working towards it.
Yeah, there's a bit of follow-up on the economy. So when you go for runs, so what's your thinking like? So do you feel that maybe in few overs you have to sort of restrict and then the wicket might fall, or even able to attack, or how do you feel the balance would be?
Yeah, every time come out to bowl, I'm definitely looking to bowl a maiden. I'm not really trying to give away boundaries or anything. The outfield was fast. The lines that I bowled was not perfect, to be honest, at most times, and they took me on. Some of them were edges, some of them I tried bowling bouncers, I ended up giving runs. So I think somebody in the team had to do it, and if I sit back and say I want to look at my numbers, what my economy is, and not really look at the wickets, it got me a 4 and a 6, and then Jamie Smith got out. So if it means that I do that and get a wicket, I'm happy to do it. But definitely every time I come on to bowl, I am looking to keep the economy rate down and build the pressure up.
Yes, you just mentioned about the slope and the challenge which you faced while adjusting from one part of the ground. So as an inexperienced bowler who hasn't played a lot of cricket in this part of the world, what is your fallback plan on? What do you do? Who are your support people in the dressing room? What kind of conversations did you have when you were kind of finding it difficult adjusting to the slope? If you could just talk about that, because every venue here will have different sort of challenges, conditions. So how do you plan on countering those challenges, and what were the discussions like when you were struggling with the slope?
We did practice as soon as we came here. We did a bit of bowling on the square. We did bowl from that end and this end, and Mornay being here with us is actually giving us all the experience that he's gone through. He's played a lot of cricket in England, so that definitely helps. But what happens when you get to the actual pitch? The ground, the surface is different, and then you have to adapt. And coming in to bowl the first spell, you're excited, you're trying to run in hard. The wind sometimes is on and off. So it's very important to understand what the pace of the run-up is. And I did have a chat with a couple of other guys as well, asking them what they did to, be at the right pace when they're running into bowl. So that's about it. I think the best that we can do is bowl on the square every time we get to a ground. Be a little more aware of what you can do, what way the wind is, and how balanced you can be at the point of delivery.
The spell which you bowled from this end, where you probably troubled them more than you did in this match, were there any learnings which you took in that stride, because you looked in far better rhythm than you looked the entire game when you were bowling from this end?
Yeah, I think it was something for me to take away. If the first innings went by, I bowled a lot. I think I bowled most of my bowling overs from that side, and coming here, knowing it's the other way down, it's downward slope. I did end up bowling a no ball. Jen Booms was telling me about how you're actually overstepping, and the hardness of the ground just gives you more feedback. You're running faster and all of those things. So yeah, the discussions are definitely always happening in the team, and we are trying to do the best that we can.
Prasid, was it a surprising fact that the ball did not swing that much in kinds of conditions, and a bit of drizzle that was happening around? Were you surprised by the fact that it did not swing that much from both? It was going off the wicket, but from the off the air it was doing nothing.
Yeah, I think the rain, the drizzle definitely didn't help. Root came on to bat, the ball was moving around, and then there was drizzle all around. Every time the ball goes on the ground, the ball's becoming wet, and when the ball becomes wet, you know what's going to happen. It's going to get softer. The shine's not going to be around. So I think that did play a part. But I think all of that I've heard playing in England is look up. If there's clouds, there is going to be swing. If there's sun, there's not going to be swing. So that's what we're looking to do, and then make sure we bowl the right areas.
Was there any challenge in gripping the ball? As you mentioned, the ball got hit quite a lot.
The gripping wouldn't say was a problem. It just got softer, and the moment it got softer, the seam got softer, the amount of purchase you get from the pitch differs. So that's what happened.
Final question.
Yeah. Currently, we get a Karnataka feel for this game. Two of your teammates playing, Karun's probably going to come back again.
I think it was great. It's always nice, right? I know all of these guys in the team are very good mates of mine, and know them for a few years. But then when you look at Karun and KL, I know each other. I know both of them for quite a long time. End up having a lot of time together off cricket as well. So it was definitely nice to have the Bangalore boys around.